Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, I want to share my thoughts about this Lizzo situation. As you all know, Lizzo is a famous singer. She's been nominated for all these Grammys and she's been named Time Magazine's Entertainer of the Year. And I just want to share some thoughts about an incident that happened involving her. So, she went to this basketball game, as you all probably know, wearing an oversized shirt, but she also had the back of the shirt cut out so that everybody could see her behind. And she also was wearing a thong, a very revealing thong. And not only did she come to the game like this, she was actually dancing and all that kind of stuff, bringing attention to herself. And as we know, basketball games are family events. Children often go to these games and all that kind of stuff. And so you have people on two sides of the aisle. You have these bleeding hearts and stuff like that that are condemning people that have something to say by saying, well, you're fat shaming and she should be proud of her body. She should be celebrated for being so bold and courageous to come out there and celebrate her sexuality and her sensuality and stuff like that, despite being plus size and all that kind of stuff. And then on the other hand, you have people that were just outright bashing her and stuff like that. And, obviously I don't condone people name calling or, degrading somebody or bashing anybody simply because they're overweight. I don't condone that. But at the same time, I think that we need to move away from celebrating everything. Like, we are literally celebrating obesity. And I don't think that obesity is something to celebrate. Obesity is a serious problem that is detrimental to our community. Obesity leads to diabetes, it leads to high blood pressure, it leads to health problems, heart disease and all other kinds of problems. We are literally dying from obesity. The last thing that we need to do is make people think that it's okay to be obese, when we should be encouraging people to eat properly and to diet and exercise and all that kind of stuff. That's what we should do. Now, we shouldn't go to the extreme to the point where people have eating disorders and all that kind of stuff and they feel that they have to be super skinny. Obviously, I don't condone that. But I do not condone people trying to celebrate obesity as if that's something to be proud of, as if that's something that's great and all that kind of stuff. And that's what you have a lot of people doing. Like, they're celebrating the fact that this woman was walking around like this at a game. And that brings me to the whole point of like this kind of conduct. Like, we live in a society where people are clout chasing, where people are narcissistic, where people have this constant need for attention. They will do anything, literally anything, for attention. And this is an example of that, where you had this woman parading around half naked at a basketball game just to get people talking about her. And, unfortunately, by me even doing this video, I'm feeding into it. But it's like, some of these people are so craving for attention that they will literally do anything, no matter how degrading it is to themselves, like no matter how low it is, no matter how base it is or how crass it is, they will do it if it garners them attention. And this is just another example of that. It's one thing for someone to put on a concert where they choose to dress a certain kind of way, because the people that are at that concert know what they're in for. They know what they came there to see. They know about the artist. They know that this artist tends to perform a certain way or whatever. So they get what they pay for. But when people are out with their family trying to enjoy a basketball game, the last thing they need to see is somebody parading around with their ass hanging out. And I'm sorry, but ain't nothing is sexy about being obese, morbidly obese, running around with your ass hanging out. But anyway, man, tell me what y'all think. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I post new content. Peace and blessings. Have a great night.